Hey Eric, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm optimistic for a good race. I've been dealing with a bit of an injury on and off for the last 6 months, but I'm hopefully, on the way to recovery and on a way to a good race tomorrow.
Yeah, what injury have you been dealing with?
I strained my hamstring during the indoor season and kind of ran through it. And honestly, I've been constantly on and off injury, but hopefully, I'm starting to get some good training. So I have some good and better days, but I'm hopefully looking forward to a good race tomorrow.
Now, what does the rest of the outdoor season look like for you?
So I'm going to be racing quite a bit coming up, unless, like, of course, knock on wood, if things don't go well. But I'm going to run a 15 in Atlanta tomorrow, and then probably a 15 in LA the week after, an 800 in Tennessee, and so on and so forth. So quite a few races coming up.
Now, how do you maintain your health and balance the travel and racing?
For me, it's a lot about just making sure I'm getting all the treatment. I'm doing all my rehab exercises. I'm making sure I'm getting ready hours before the race. I'm doing all my warm-up. I'm being as diligent as I can, getting enough rest, eating right, etc. It's very challenging because, you're a little banged up, but you still need to put in the work to get as fit as possible. Because at the end of the day, you got to run fast, but sometimes that can be kind of difficult with a nagging injury.
Nice. Now, the most important question, now that you've got your Puma sponsorship, have you been able to take your girlfriend out to dinner, or she's still taking you out to dinner?
I feel like, I try to be as chivalrous as I can. I definitely take her out, but, she's still making the big bucks, so we do around 50-50 split, equal times, but I do make sure to take her out, and I do get her gifts, so I'm being more charitable in that endeavor. And I'm finally putting some money away. I started something called a Roth IRA, so I'm being more productive, doing more mature things. And it's awesome to do what you love and not lose money but make money from it. So it's quite, and I'm very lucky and honored and privileged to be in that position.
So are you giving finance tips now?
No, definitely not. I'm not someone to give finance tips. Absolutely not. I mean, if you're trying to be rich, track and field might not be the sport for you, but at the end of the day, you should do what you love, and, you got one life, and I'm just trying to be more productive and take a few steps to be, more financially secure in my life. And, it's more me being told kind of what to do and taking those necessary steps. And now that I have a little more income, I can do stuff like that. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you.